All right, someone may be um, being asked to be careful of distractions at this time. There is something that you're stepping into that may be a little bit unknown to you, maybe a little bit new to you. This could be a new endeavor that you're going on. There could also be someone in your energy trying to project worrying or fears concerning a new step that you're taking in life, a new direction that you're going. Spirit is asking you to make sure you pay attention to any distractions that may be trying to come your way at this time as you are getting ready to embark on this new journey, this new path. Something very new to you is about to unfold in your life, okay? You really going to need to trust what you're hearing intuitively. You're really going to need to trust what Spirit is telling you as you begin to step out. I'm hearing Spirit say you silence the noise, silence the chatter, silence the conversation that may be going on around you or you may be entertaining as it relates to this new endeavor that you're going on, okay? We're going to get into this energy and see what's going on. Tell us more, Spirit. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of trust that you're going to need to have at this time. Whatever questions, whatever concerns you have concerning this new endeavor or this leap of faith that you're taking, you're really going to need to trust the direction and trust your paths, trust your spirit team, because you're being led to discover something new. You're also being led to discover who you really are in the reflection or the manifestation of this new endeavor, okay? So really going after what you love, what you're passionate about, all right? And this may be different for you. What do we have here? Soul, yes, because there's something that your soul is calling you to do. Okay? There's something that your soul is calling you to do. So the pull that you're feeling right now towards this thing, it could be a new relationship, it could be a new business, it could be a new phase in your spiritual growth, in your spiritual journey. Your soul is what is guiding you, your divine feminine. This is given strong divine feminine energy thus far in this reading, okay? So don't be distracted by what's going on in your environment. Don't be distracted by what's going on in other interactions that you're having with other people. If they are projecting worry or fears, or maybe telling you that you can't do it, they don't know if it will work, it's not for them to know if it will work. Okay, it's going to work because whatever this is that you're embarking on is something that your soul is leading you towards. It says, where is your soul leading you? Are you answering the call? So someone right now is answering a soul call. Okay, this is something that your soul is calling to. Quiet our mind. When we quiet our mind, we can listen to our inner wisdom and hear our souls calling. So the divine feminine is really strong right now in your life. She is really guiding you, speaking to you clearly. It really is your task to make sure that you are creating an environment and maintaining an environment around you where you can hear the small details that she is giving to you right now, okay? She wants you to just really recognize that the path you're taking is destined for you. So this has to do with your destiny and purpose, okay? This has to do with your destiny and purpose. You're going to have to say no to some things. You're going to have to say no to some people. You could have already began to put up certain boundaries. Keep those boundaries strong, all right? Keep those boundaries strong and really tune in to what is before you to accomplish. What is before you to accomplish. So, yeah, you're going to have to turn some people down as far as like um, their opinion of what you're doing or the work you're doing. You gotta shut them down, all right? Because like I said, it's not for them to get it, it's not for them to see it, it's not what their soul is calling them to. This is something that your soul is calling you to, okay? So we have Sekhmet here. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Someone could be trying to trigger you. Mm-hmm. Someone could be trying to trigger you right now to make you angry, all right? To make you angry. But this is misplaced. I'm really feeling like Sekhmet is showing up to protect you, okay? From someone who's trying to trigger you. You're coming off very strong at this time as well. Um, Very grounded. And they may want to come in and trigger you into an anger. Now, the beautiful thing about anger is that when it is controlled, when you have control of it, it can be used properly. All right. So, on one hand, if you do find yourself in circumstances that anger you or trigger you into anger, just make sure you're using it properly. Don't give in to the circumstances that are triggering you unless you absolutely feel that you can use that anger in a way that brings you closer to the endeavor, closer to the goal. And what I mean by that, if you have individuals who are trying to trigger you, if you are having to tell someone no because they are constantly making you feel a certain way, then that would be a proper use of anger. That would be a proper use of the frustration that this individual or individuals may want to bring into your energy field, okay? Because what that does is it tears down what no longer serves you. And anytime you use anger that way, then you're utilizing it properly. All right. But being triggered just because you're giving your power over to someone and they know your hot buttons, they know what to say, they know what to do to put you in a place of being like pissed off, right, could easily be used to be counterproductive to what you're actually working on right now. So distractions. Someone wants to distract you, all right? Yeah, because see, here we have everything happens for my liberation. All right. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Sometimes love can't come in until sacred anger tears down what is blocking it. All right. Sometimes it can manifest what you want to feel, how you want to feel. Sometimes you have to use your sacred anger to tear those things down. You could work with Sekhmet a lot. She could be on your spiritual team, okay? This is also giving heavy root chakra energy. Heavy root chakra energy, all right? So someone is absolutely trying to frustrate and distract you from something that you are birthing. I love that. Something that you are birthing. You're birthing right now, okay? You're birthing. So we have breathe. Bring breath to the lowest part, see? To the lowest parts of your stomach, which would be the root chakra. Feel your stomach expand when you breathe. When we breathe, we lower anxiety and stress levels and come back into the flow of feeling. Yeah. Someone's definitely trying to keep you from flowing and birthing what you're working on. Let's see here. Tell us more, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Thank you so much for tapping into Midheaven Tarot. To all of my returning subscribers, I greatly appreciate your support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. To all of my first-time viewers, welcome in. Spirit, speak expressly in this message. Remove any blockages, hindrances that would delay the message for the collective. Allow me to hear you clearly, concisely. All right. Let's see. What's going on, Spirit? What does the collective need to know? We have death. So there's change here. There's change here. So you could be going through quite a few changes. You could be making some changes. You could be making some changes to who you are willing to receive and give to, and what you are willing to receive and give to. There's also something coming in for you that is going to be very lucrative, okay? Very lucrative for you. Spirit doesn't again want you to be distracted. Now, in the traditional deck, there's the three cups that are sitting in front of the individual, and then the one cup is being offered by way of spirit. So the person in the traditional deck is focused on the three cups. So there is a distraction. Spirit wants you to really pay attention right now to making a decision to remove distractions. Making a decision to remove, staying focused on what is in front of you. And that could be something that you are actually already sitting in that energy, and that could be the change that people are seeing. Someone is seeing that change, that you're no longer giving to whatever it is you had going on with them, those individuals on the job, in the family, in the friend group, a lover, whatever the case may be. They are seeing a change. Like you are really zeroed in on whatever this is in front of you. So this could be what is putting them in the energy of wanting to come in and try to trigger you, because to anger you would show them that you still care. To anger them would show them that they still have access to your energy field. To anger you would show them that they can still, they still have some sort of control over what you accomplish and what you don't. So if this is something that you've already been in the process of changing, of removing distractions, removing worries, removing any fears, knowing that you have nothing to fear, because what you are bringing forth is something that your soul is calling to you to bring forth. So it's very protected. It's very protected. You are very protected. But there is somebody. There is somebody. So you're going to have to kind of remember to temper and not give this individual or these individuals this control, this ability to trigger you and distract you with whatever it is they got going on. Okay? Whatever it is they got going on. Clarify. Tell us more. Because whatever you're building, you're having to do it alone. Whatever you're working on, you're having to do it alone. Okay? And whatever you're hoping to manifest, or your goals, Spirit is saying that this is something that you may need to embrace the fact that you are going to have to do it by yourself, right? You're going to have to do it by yourself. You could be seeing that as a negative right now, okay? You could be seeing that as something that's not, I mean, I don't think any of us want to absolutely be trying to build new things, new structures, new accomplishments, and be doing it alone. Most people don't want to have to do it alone, all right? Even if they are doing it alone. It's much better to have people around that you can pull ideas from, that are on the same page, in alignment, you know what I'm saying, that can execute and get things done, that you can delegate small, minute tasks and the details too, so you can focus on the bulk of the creativeness, the creativity. But this is a situation where you're going to be asked to embrace the fact that you're going to be working on this alone for some time, okay? So don't see that as a negative. Okay, don't see that as a negative. Let's see. Tell us more. Yeah, and here's the individual who wants to come in and try to dominate whatever it is you got going on. Dominate you. Okay, they want to come in and try to dominate you. You've brought a change to this person's control over you. Because you're very aware of something. You're very focused on this. This, whatever your this is, all right? You're very focused on making this happen, making this work for you. You may also be fully aware that this person just wants to be a distraction. Like they just want to be a pain in the ass, quite frankly. Because they're trying to keep you under their control and under their influence. Tell us more. Yeah, so this could be somebody that you have since separated from, you have chose to separate from, or maybe it was an untimely separation, one that you didn't expect. But this is what you having to build this thing out on your own. This is how this has come about, because someone that you maybe was depending to be there for you, to work with you, to collaborate with you, has decided that they, or you, I'm feeling more so you decided that it's not going to work. The collaboration is not going to work with this individual because they are too controlling, they are too dominant, too manipulative, whatever it is, right? Like it's not going to work well with them. So you have since separated from this individual. So there's a separation here, but this person absolutely is pissed about it, and they want to make you upset. Like they want to come in and project a lot of energies towards you. Anything they can do to keep you from being focused. Clarify the sun in reverse. Yeah. And you may be experiencing some disappointment right now. This is what this is giving me. You realizing that you are going to have to build something or go towards something on your own. So this could be a business partner, it could be a spouse, or just someone you were in a relationship with of any sort, where y'all were trying to build something together, collaborate together, whether that be a business, whether that be just a family dynamic as a whole. You may be experiencing some disappointment because you realize that that's not going to be the case, because this person is a tyrant. All right, this person is a tyrant. We have a Ten of Cups here with the Four of Swords. I'm sorry, the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, let's see. What else? We have the Ace of Swords. You know the truth about something. Clarify. That they're trying to weaken you. They're trying to get past your boundaries. They're trying to get past your block, whatever blockage you. This could be somebody that you have blocked. You know that they're trying to penetrate your blockage. All right, they're trying to break through whatever fortification you have put up around you, energetically, environmentally. You know that they're trying to really get in and make things murky. You know what I mean? Like make things not pleasant for you as you're building whatever this is you're building. Why is this person like this, child? I always ask, why do people be like this? Because I don't get it. I guess they ain't got shit going for themselves, so they want to make sure you don't have nothing going for you. Maybe you were the best thing that they had going. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, y'all have separated, gone your separate ways. You have decided to excommunicate themselves from this situation. You don't want to talk, you don't want to be around them, and so they have lost their value because they've lost you. All right, and so with all of that, they need to basically go and find themselves, sounds like to me. Tell us more, Spirit. What does the color need to know? Journalist, advocates, uses tools to transform ideas, informs, educates, persuades, entertains, observes human condition, and analyzes. Yeah, so there's something you're observing. It's almost giving like this person wants to keep your attention. They want to keep your attention. And if this is someone that you have decided you do not work well with, for them to be trying to constantly keep your attention, that is where the distraction is coming in at, because that's all they can be, is a distraction. Right? Like you have come into realization that this person uses control tactics, very manipulative tactics. They try to just persuade you. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing taking notes. I don't know what that means. Exploring. Explore the unknown and walk new paths together. Okay. So this person is a very forceful energy. It's very forceful. Like In spite of the fact that you have already made the decision that you clearly didn't want to make, and it's still as a disappointment to you, but you still made it, right? You still made it. It's given that this person is not wanting to take no for an answer. They're not wanting to give you the space that you have demanded and require. They nosy as well too. They nosy, right? So they all in your business when they really don't have the right to be. I'm feeling like they're trying to force you to stay in a dynamic with them in one way or another, because they don't want you to get this new beginning. They don't want you to take this leap of faith without them. There's something that you're working on that even this individual knows is going to be successful. They know that you are a very successful, abundant person, and that when you put your mind to something, you absolutely bring it to pass. You absolutely execute. You're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very knowledgeable. Okay. So it's like they're trying to force themselves to be a part of when you have already made a decision that you don't want them to be a part of, or you don't want to do it with them. It's almost like they're not taking that for an answer. Tell us more. Stay awake. Now, earlier today, it's still only 11:30 in the morning. But this morning I was hearing Childish Gambino "Stay Woke," and I couldn't understand why I was hearing it. I mean, I just started hearing that song, and it talks about stay woke, creeping, you know what I'm saying? Do 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 do. They gonna find you, da 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 da. So spirits want you to stay very alert to this person's tactics. Okay? Stay very alert to this person's tactics. Amidst confusion and intense crisis, seek the light of understanding and resolve. Because they're trying to bring some confusion and have you confused. That's what I mean by force. Like this intense crisis, it may not be necessarily a crisis, but it's an intense energy with this individual. Like they are just not respecting your boundaries. Weapons, they're weaponizing reconciliation. Okay? They're weaponizing reconciliation where you're just trying to let something be, right? You just want to let it. They won't let it be, but you want to let it be. They're trying to weaponize you reconciling with them. They're trying to paint the picture that whatever you are doing now on your own and no longer doing with them, that for you to do it without them is risky. For you to move on without them is risky. But this person would be a risky investment if you was to allow them to to get back in a collaboration or to reconcile a relationship. Okay? Yeah, like you yeah, it's like almost like a guilt trip they're trying to run on you, remote control, because they're trying to control you. They're trying to control you. They're trying to control what it is you can experience in your life. They don't want you to have They don't want you to reach your goals, your ambitions. This could absolutely be family, okay? Pushing other people's buttons. They want to keep you subservient. Yeah, this is crazy. It's a very forceful energy. It feels almost violating, almost like liberty. Release the chains of the past. Dance to the rhythm of possibility, because you set them free. You have set them free. You have been set free from this person's control, but they want to force you to reconcile. They want to encroach, impede upon your energetic environment, impede upon your lived life. They want to get back into your life. They're almost like they're forcing their energy upon you, where you have already released this situation, though you may still be experiencing some sort of disappointment, because they're rebellious. This person is rebellious. They are not heeding to the boundaries that you have put up. So, the point of this message I'm feeling is Spirit really admonishing you to double down on your boundaries with this person or these people. Double down, okay? And how you double down on your boundaries is to implore, like, you really need to ignore them, okay? Ignore them and be alert. Ignore them. Stay focused on what is in front of you and not what they are offering you. Look, unwavering. Can't make this up. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. I feel like this person is communicating or trying to like bully you almost. They're trying to bully you. Like they're trying to make you worry and have fear of going after something without them in your life, without you in a relationship with them. They're trying to make you fear that. They're trying to distract you from making any movements, any independent decisions. This is outright control, outright control. And so this could be what's trying to, come in and really, 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 really frustrate your purpose. Yeah. Take this person's consistency, persistency as an extension of their ego. Don't be wooed by the fact that they're not giving up, because sometimes we can kind of be wooed by that. Like we'll turn their persistence into we'll define it as an expression of them. They must really love me because they're not giving up. But this is not about them loving you. This is about them trying to control you. What's the true intentions? What's the true feelings that this individual has for the collective? Because I feel like this is definitely not love. Is definitely not, for sure. All right. What's the true intentions behind this person's actions towards the collective? Seek someone to perform or learn to do a hex breaking ritual. This is giving me more so cord cutting, though. All right. This is giving me more so cord cutting. Like they're trying to keep you up under a certain persuasion. Remote viewing you, looking into your life with their mind. Is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like they all in your business. They're taking notes. They're watching you. They could be, using some sort of divination. They could be. Absolutely. They could be absolutely doing some sort of spell work. Come to me, lover spells, which don't necessarily have to be a lover as far as sexuality. You can use a come to me lover spell for anybody. You understand what I'm saying? A come to me spell. They could be doing things like that, small things like that to kind of keep you energetically bound to them. Haters are mad because they see you winning. Yeah. So whatever you're focused on, there's going to be great success, and there could already be success manifesting for you in this endeavor, right? And they're mad because they see you making strides. They see you making progress. They see you and your forward momentum to continue to move forward. Are you disappointed that you weren't able to continue to collaborate with this person or these individuals? Absolutely. But that has not stopped you. And because that has not stopped you, then they figure, let me try to hinder him or her. Let me try to control him or her. Let me get in their business. Let me use divination. Let me throw a come to me spell. Let me do a freezer spell. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to basically, this is quite frankly violation, outright. I mean, it's no other way to put it. This person causing you negativity is an earth sign. So they could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Yeah, this person is an energy vamp, and there we go. And this is why they're doing it. So this is not love. This is about them having a source to feed upon. And maybe you were a source at one time and you have since cut off being the supply for this individual. So that's why it's giving me cord cutting. Yeah, this is an energy vampire. They can't stand to see you shine. So it's almost like, okay, this is kind of funny to me. Because it's like if you would stop remote viewing people, you wouldn't be triggered into this spirit of anger. It angers them that you are making progress. It angers them. They're remote viewing you. And when they remote view you and see you that you're still doing well, when they remote view you and see that you're okay, when they remote view you and see that you're not somewhere curled up in a corner crying your eyes out, but you're actually handling your business, it pisses them off. They can't stand to see you shine, but they ain't really got no business seeing it, because the way that they're seeing it is like, this is injustice here. This is them remote viewing you from a distance and then getting pissed because you're not upset, you're not bothered. And if you are bothered, it's not stopping you, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. You're continuing to go forward because what you're going towards is coming from your soul. So you're not giving up on it, and you're not giving up on your destiny. You're not giving up on your purpose. So they're almost like self-triggering themselves. You would think that they would say, let me stop remote viewing this motherfucker. That's what you would think that they would say, but they just can't help themselves. They just can't. Clarify the haters. Your closest friends. So for some of you, take it how it razzle or dazzles. All right. This is absolutely your friend circle. People in your friend circle, people in your past friend circle, people you have pulled yourself away from that you were once friends with. Who were close friends. These are your haters. Your close friends are your haters. Your ex-close friends are your haters. They could be posting things directly to you instead of coming to you directly. And this is the bullshit that made you sit them on the outside. Okay? You outside the club. You can't even get in. You understand what I'm saying? This is what made you move into that energy. Trickster spirit. Clarify the person in the earth sign. Low self-esteem. Whoever this is someone who has low self-esteem. And this is why, that's what I was saying earlier through Spirit, is that you may have been the only thing that they had in their life at one time that they found value in. But when you have somebody in your life who is feeding off of the value you bring, and they don't have their own value within themselves, that's what turns them into an energy vampire. Okay? Because they're codependent. This person has low self-esteem. So to be around you, to be in a friendship with you, even though they're jealous, even though they showed up toxic, even though they did whatever they did to make you, pull away from them and go it on your own, it's because their self-esteem is low and they were getting a boost from being around you. So they needed to control you, Spirit is saying. They needed to make sure that you needed them equally, or at least you believed you needed them equally. And now that you have stopped believing that you need them equally, now here go the bullshit. Some more bullshit, okay? Because it's bringing up for them that they don't have enough value in themselves. So they're trying to make you be afraid of not being in the friend group. They're trying to make you be afraid of going towards your soul's destiny and purpose without being affiliated with them. Not because they don't actually know you can do it. They don't really care whether you can do it or not. What they need for you to do is to stay in a relationship with them so that they can continue to feel important. Chop by. Not in 2025, honey. And not going into 2026. That's not what we're doing. No, not at all. Okay? So Don't be distracted by this collective. Don't be distracted by these people. Don't be if you happen to see what they're posting. I mean, if you need to unfollow some people, I unfollow motherfucker with the quickness. Sometimes I go through my feed and just my little friend list and just unfollow people because I mean you ain't posting nothing. What I'm following you for? You're just taking up space, right? Sometimes people change their content and you need to unfollow them because you don't like the new change in the content, whatever the case may be. But if this is people you know personally and they're still posting things and you have access to it, and if it is at all triggering you, unfollow them on the socials. I mean, you've already put them out of your life. They put themselves out of your life. Okay? Block them. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit, that the collective needs to know? Tell me more about what the collective is working on, what they're going towards, and what they can expect from it in the near future. Let me get this deck over here. What they can expect from whatever they're working on. Blocking out all distractions, letting go of any worry, interferes, anything that's being projected. Make sure you're doing your cleansings. Okay, make sure you're doing your cleansings periodically, every other day or so. You know, your salt baths, little baking soda bath, or a full out spiritual bath. All right, smoke cleanses, things like that. Keeping your energy up. Make sure you're meditating and staying grounded. Tell me what the collective in the near future can look forward to. Wisdom. Okay, so someone is being called to serve as a mentor. You're a leader. All right, so there's something you're working on that may have something to do with mentoring other people, or you may be someone who has a lot of wisdom, and you're going to be seen as a role model. These people that are already like, this individual who has this low self-esteem, this earth sign here, they could actually see you as a role model. It's amazing how people see you that way, and because they have low self-esteem, they're not able to actually project that energy to you in purity, in love, in support, in celebration of who you are and what you contribute to their life. Because of their low self-esteem, it doesn't take away from them seeing you as a role model, but because they have low self-esteem within themselves, then they will project that in a toxic way. Through manipulation tactics, through control, through jealousy, through envy. It still means that they see you as influential. That's what that means. It just means that they don't have a sense of wellness within themselves to be able to actually celebrate you, celebrate with you in that, you know. So you could be being looked at as a role model right now. You could be building, I don't know, a spiritual community. You could be a therapist. You could be someone who's operating in the community, working with disenfranchised youth, working, I don't know, but you're being looked at as a mentor. Okay, this could be what your soul is calling you to. This is what you could be destined to be, is a mentor. And someone wants to hate on you because they see the amount of influence and the amount of wisdom that you hold and your ability to bring beautiful impact to other people's lives. And like I said, because they're not where they need to be within themselves, then they want to block you to do that. But I mean, Shabba, tell me more. What does the collective have to look forward to in the near future? Guidance. Yeah, you're coming off as someone who has a lot of wisdom and able to guide other people. You're being guided towards your destiny. I just said that it could be that you're called to be a role model, a teacher, a guide for other people, a mentor. It could be a part of your destiny. And it says this is another piece of your destiny and purpose in life. So you could be really stepping into wearing that hat because you feel ready, you feel prepared, you feel capable, you know you're capable. You could have tried to guide this individual and they didn't want to hear it. Look, direction. Yeah, your path is very protected. Your path is very protected. Let me move you because you're starting to get on my nerve. You're being divinely guided. You've been divinely guided away from this individual as well, because they're going to hinder progress with that negative Nancy ass spirit they got. Okay. So trust your spirit guides, trust your ancestors as you move slowly towards what you're being guided towards. You do not need to rush. You do not need to worry. This card also says there's no need to hurry or worry. So if you are worried about anything, there's no need. Your path is already cut for you. Okay? Star power. And this is what you have to look forward to in your near future, is that you can be very confident that you are fully capable. People are going to see you. People are going to know who you are. You could be I don't know, you could be in any industry, but whatever industry you're in, whatever you have your hands in, you're going to be one of the best at it. You're going to be one of the best at it. You're going to attract a lot of people. A lot of people may come to know who you are. A lot of blessing, a lot of prosperity, a lot of good fortune is headed for you. Yeah. And you are already seeing signs of this. And so are they. Yep. You're already seeing the signs. And so are they. Since they want to sit up and remote view you. This is what's pissing them off, because every time they get in your energy, this is what they see. Okay? This is what they see. We have rise and shine right here. Yeah, you're on your way to being very, very celebrated in your field. In your field. I love that. Keep going on whatever you're doing and continue to educate yourself, continue to learn, continue to grow. All right. This is giving me that you are very humble. You're willing to learn. All right. You're willing to listen to your spirit team. You look for their advice, for their wisdom, for their guidance as they teach you. You could also be running some sort of class, okay? You could be taking a course in whatever it is you're working towards, or you could quickly become the one teaching the class, all right, in whatever field or industry that you work in. But there's something about you learning or teaching others. Some of you could be writers. You're focused on writing your book, your memoir, poetry, whatever it is. Magic. Yeah. Yeah. And see, this is what this is giving me, is that you have what we call a teachable spirit. Okay? And you having a teachable spirit is part of the magic of you. It's part of because you'd be surprised how many people do not have teachable spirits. And even though you are sitting in the energy of someone who is also a teacher, you never stop learning. And this is part of why you are who you are, and why you're about to have this success, possibly even fame. Okay? Some of you could be actors. You're going into the acting industry. You're in theater, something of that sort. You could be working on becoming an influencer, social media influencer. There's independence here. Clarify. Innovation. It's time to go it on your own. You knew that it was time for you to step out on your own. Yeah. Yep. This was your new strategy. Going on your own was the new strategy that you employed. All right. And it's going to work out well for you. It's going to work out well for you. So these people, or this individual, this earth sign here, it could be feeling the absence of you because they have low self-esteem and probably need to read your book that you're writing. I don't know. Okay, they probably need to humble themselves down and learn something from you. They probably need to not let their ego rob them of the beautiful gift that you are in their life. But that's not your responsibility. That you're not accountable for that. They have to be accountable for their willingness. You know what I'm saying? To embrace who you are, and at the same time not try to keep you under some sort of control because they just want to feed off your energy. The point when you have people in your life who are there to contribute to you is not for you to feed and sit up like a fat hog. It's for you to learn and to grow with. And when you do not grow with people, they end up having to cut you off. That's just what it is. Okay? It's just what it is. All right, collective, this has been the message. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please take a moment to hit the like button. That is a beautiful way to show your support to the channel and to get this message out into the algorithm so others who need to hear it can hear it. If you are a returning subscriber, again, thank you so much for your support thus far. If you are a new viewer, please consider joining, subscribe to the channel, and you are appreciated in doing so. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace, family.